Hello and welcome back to another episode of Foxy No-Tail's Minecraft Adventures here inside of my survival world. And the winners of the Find the Frame game from the last video are going on the screen now. Boop, just like that. And let's go and add somebody to the Tree of Life. We have another very busy episode ahead of us today. We're going to be adding yet another floor to our workshop, but you'll be glad to know this time there is no redstone or any difficult things to be doing. It's going to be a nice, simple, easy one, hopefully. And let's find a space here. Let's go up there like that for this one. No, not up there. No, I've done that wrong. Can I break it? Can I break it? No, I can't. Well, that's just going to have to stay there for now. There. That's where I wanted it. And the person I'm adding to the Tree of Life today is Mr. Wolfie7. And they said, "Hi, Foxy No-Tail. I just wanted to say I still enjoy watching your videos. I've been watching you since you have just 75 subs. I'm surprised your channel is growing quite slowly when you're really good as many famous YouTubers. I hope you have 1 million subs one day." And I thought it was a really nice thing to say, and that's why they've been added to my Tree of Life. Right, first things first, as usual, you'll see I've got a few more levels than I had at the end of the last episode, if you watched the last episode. And the reason for that, well, there's two reasons. I can't take off. There we go. Uh-oh, that's a waste of fireworks. Yeah, first reason is I did a lot of fishing in my AFK fish farm. Not like hours and hours, just about 20 or 30 minutes between episodes. And I also, I did some work on my skeleton spawner, which is down here. So you see this little cross area here? This is where the skeletons used to fall down. And it was a little bit far away from where the actual spawner is, which is through there. Let's just go through and have a look. So the actual spawner's in this box here, and I built all this stuff before, but I didn't realize that you have to be within 16 blocks of the actual spawner for them to spawn. So although all the skeletons were falling down there, I kept having to wait in that little room by the back of the spawner for the skeletons to spawn, which was a bit annoying because I'd have to wait there for ages, then come through here, kill them all, and then go back again. So what I've done is I just moved it forward a bit. I've moved it closer, so now when I stand here, they'll spawn and I can just kill them either with my fist or my sword or whatever, and I can get them, I get the XP, the items fall into this chest here, and then I can move the items into the right place. So that chest's full of arrows, that chest's full of bones, this chest is full of bows, and this one's full of different armors and things that have all come from these skeletons. So it's much more efficient now, and that's why I've been able to get so many levels. Now that I got a few more levels, I should be able to add, enchant a couple more tools. Oh, why can't I take off? It's so weird. Sometimes I do it perfectly, and sometimes I just fall to the floor like that. So the room we're going to be building inside of our big workshop today is going to be the new enchanting room, and it's going to be like a library, and we're going to be moving our librarian villagers over there. So this room's going to be going, so we're not going to really need it, but I'm not going to destroy it just yet because we do need it now. So in the last episode, I made this diamond sword with Unbreaking 3, Sharpness 5, and Mending. I also want Sweeping Edge 3 and Looting 3 on it, and that's going to be a bit better than the sword I've got at the moment. And my axe is going to be particularly useful today because we're going to be working with a lot of wood. So I might do my axe instead of my sword this time. So I'm going to get this diamond axe. I'm going to put efficiency 4 on it. We want Unbreaking 3 from that one, and we want Mending from that one. And I tell you what else would be useful, because we're going to be working with bookcases and they break easy, would be Silk Touch. So I've got 16 emeralds here, and let's go and see if we can find one that will sell us Silk Touch for within our budget. Oh, and I realised I didn't bring a book. This one, 9 emeralds for Silk Touch, but I will need a book as well. So that's a really good trade, actually. Only 9 emeralds. So I'll quickly fly back. I've got loads of books, but I've got them all prepared where we're going to be building today. I haven't got any around here. All right, slight detour then. So we're going to be building in this one on this level here. So I've already brought all my resources and things down that we're going to need. I've got loads of wood, I've got loads of paper, I've got loads of leather, I've got loads of books already that I got from my library, and I've got loads of bookshelves that I got from my library, and a few chests and things like that. And this is just my redstone box, just in case we do need to do any redstone. I don't think we do. Why? Why do I keep falling down? Let me fly, please. There we go, that's Silk Touch. We've got 7 emeralds left, which isn't very many, but it's enough for now. Okay, so this is the axe. These are all the enchantments we want to put on it. Let's see if we can do it. So we've only got 31 levels, so we're probably not going to get masses from this, but we'll see what we can do. We need to put on the ones with the most expensive ones first. So we'll have to start with this one, which is 8, which gives us efficiency 4. Then we can put on... Oh, I definitely want Unbreaking 3, which is 5. Now, are we going to be able to get both of these on there? That's 7. That's only 11 levels left. Oh yeah, we did it. Look at that. Efficiency 5, Smite 4, and Breaking 3, Silk Touch, and Mending, all on one axe, which means we can go and put our rubbish axe away in the box, and I've now got a mending axe that's actually going to be useful for things. So let's get rid of that one there, and let's get cracking with today's build. And I need some more firework rockets. I'm going to go down there, we're going to get cracking, and as usual, we're going to do a little bit of a time lapse while I lay the floor down and get the walls sorted. But we're not going to do a boring, horrible square room like we did the last one. This one, hopefully, by the time it's finished, is going to be quite fancy. I've spotted a creeper, and I've got no arrows. I've left them all at the skeleton spawner. I need to get him to follow me over here. Now, you might notice that I've just said that I'm going to do this room quite fancy, and then I've laid a completely boring, really bog standard, just solid oak wood floor. I've not put any lights in. I've not done any patterns or anything like that. It's kind of because I want a really nice basic area to work from. Now, I'm going to keep killing these guys, and they're going to keep coming back. Another thing you might notice is I've actually done the ceiling of the last room too low down, which is going to make it very difficult to link up my redstone torches in the same pattern I had before. So I'm going to do a new lighting thing in here. I'm hopefully going to have some nice glowstone chandeliers hanging down and things like that. I'm going to start cracking on with the rest of the next part of the design, walls and features and things like that, and I'll join back with you once that's just about done. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to make all of these books into bookcases, just so that we've got loads and loads of bookcases to be working with, because we don't need all of these books. We just want bookcases, because I'm going to have absolutely tons of them, because this is going to be a library. So I'm probably going to need a little bit more wood as well by the end of this, but we'll see what we get. We've got, what have we got there? 3 and a bit stacks of bookcases, which is pretty cool. And I am already running really low of wood. I've only got those ones left, and I kind of wanted to use the logs to make some of the design, so I might not make any more bookcases just yet. Right, I've got a slight change of plan on how I'm going to build this. I'm going to do it in stages. So the first thing I want is like a little reception area where I'm going to have some villagers as receptionists, probably around here. And I'm going to have maybe my 2 favourite ones in there. So definitely the mending villager, and probably maybe the silk touch or something else. And then I'm going to have like a library area at the back where my enchanting table is going to be, and a few actual like bookshelves along in rows. And then I'm going to have down each side a load of the librarians just piled up down each side with all their different enchantments. So that's the plan anyway. Right, well, I was going to use quartz as the little reception area, but I think it's a completely the wrong colour for this build. So I'm actually going to go off and I'm going to go get some spruce wood or a darker wood, because I think that would be better for this. And here I have some giant spruce trees that are ripe for the picking. I can get them, and I can get absolutely loads of spruce wood very, very quickly from these. They're absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'm going to chop these down. I'll be back with you guys as soon as I've got a bunch of wood. There we go. I've got just over 2.5 stacks of spruce wood just from those 2 trees, which is pretty good going. Right, so this is my sort of little reception area. So what I've done is I brought the wall out on this side of the building to match that one. So when you come out of the water stream, you'll come straight up to here. And I do appreciate it's a little bit lopsided, but I've tried to do it in line with the rest of the room, which hasn't really worked too well. I think I need to come on more this way. I've put these trapdoors and the glass around. So what I'll do is I can get 6 villagers in here, and they'll stand in there and they won't be able to get out because there'll be glass above them. Yeah, that should work a little bit better. It's a little bit more central now, and I'll still be able to get my villagers in. They'll just be a little bit wonky. There'll be one there, and one there, and there'll be a bit of a gap here. But that doesn't matter. That's fine. So that's the little reception area done. So behind that, over here, we're going to be having our big enchantment table area and our library area. So I'm going to start working on that next. It's going to be very difficult to get this central because the room's actually got a too wide middle. So I'm going to do it in line with the water stream up here. So I'm I'm going to do it around about this point here, but I'm going to work it out. I'm going to work out where exactly it needs to be first. So that's that. Obviously, we need to have the books around it to make it work, so we can place those in as usual. And because we've got so many bookcases, we're going to be able to obviously get the full 30 levels on this thing. That's not going to be a problem at all. If I do 3 high around here like that, that should just about do it. That should be plenty. And I might even be able to get rid of these corner ones just to save a few bookcases. So now I'm going to do like library shelves along here, as if you've got to like actually go through the library, all the different shelf areas. And I might even have a few seating areas where you could sit down and read your library books. Before I go any further with that, obviously that's not finished. I am going to do the edges, because around the edges is where my librarians are going to be going. And I want them to sort of be... I don't know how to describe this the best. If you imagine that's the wall there, maybe we can even have library books behind them, and they're going to be stood, let's say, in that gap there. I kind of want the ceiling to come out, and I want a balcony around with more books going up. So I probably have the ceiling around about that layer there, maybe even one higher, and then have another row above all this before we hit the main ceiling. So I'm going to work all that out, and then I'll put that in place, and then we can look at how that's all going to fit together. Okay, so this is pretty much the design I've come up with for the bottom row. I'm probably going to mimic that on the top and over this side as well. And I tried to do it to save as many bookcases as possible by splitting them up a bit. So hopefully this looks sort of fairly library-like. And I'm also going to put ladders up to the next floors as well, because you often see in like big sort of library rooms, they have ladders going up by the bookcases, and I just think that'll look good, and it's a good way of getting upstairs as well. So I'll probably end up putting like half slabs around here and somehow blocking the villagers inside there. I don't know whether they'll be able to get in and out of that. I'll figure something out, or I might even just leave them in the minecart so they don't wander off. But the villagers will just be in a line in front of all of these like this, and I think that'll look good. So I'm gonna carry on now doing the rest of the room, and I'll get back to you in a minute when that's all sorted out. Okay, so that's pretty much the entire bottom floor done. I have removed the stuff around the enchantment table. What I'm thinking is I might actually be able to bury some of the bookcases into the floor so it's not all sticking up, because I quite like the open space here, and we can add some like tables and things like I said, and I think that looks pretty cool. I think it looks like quite a nice big library room, and when I've got the second floor in as well, I think it's going to look even better. So I'm going to concentrate on getting the second floor done now, and yeah, we'll see how that looks and we'll go from there. Feels like it's slowly coming together. I've got this sort of archway as we come in now, so that's like the entrance coming into this reception area here, and I've just brought the walls around a little bit more, and I've done a little bit more of the sort of library wall style down here as well. Yeah, I feel like it's coming together. It's taking absolutely ages, but I'm being really sort of picky with it all. I'm making sure that it's exactly how I want it to be, so it's taken a lot longer than I expected it to be honest, but I think it's going to be well worth it in the end because I think it's going to look really impressive once it's done. So I'm going to get a few more finishing touches in, and I'm going to start on the epic ceiling soon. Oh dear. Right. As you can see, I am making a really big mess. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get like arched beams coming across the room from all angles, but I'm really struggling. It's raining, it's nighttime, and I've actually spent a ridiculous number of hours building this already. So what I'm going to do is I am going to give up for today. I'm not giving up as in I can't do it. I'm giving up for today because I've obviously been spending far too long playing Minecraft and my brain is turned to mush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give up for now. I'm going to work on it maybe here and there as I feel like I've got the energy for, and then I'll come back to it either in the next episode or if this episode isn't too long, then I'll join them together. But for now, I'm going to have to say, I just can't go on. I pooped. Okay, so I've spent a long time trying all sorts of different things, but I think I'm finally happy with the layout of it now. What does annoy me is the beam's not in the center of the room, but other than that, I'm really happy with it. I like the ceiling. I wanted a bit more detail in it than that, but that'll do. It's good enough. I've got a chandelier. We've got an enchantment table that will give us up to level 30 that looks nice with carpet. And underneath these carpets here, we've got a little bit of glowstone just to light the room up because it was a bit dark, and the same thing with these corners here. It's not under all of the carpet, just the corner ones. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with how it's come together. And what I think I need to do now, and I'm not going to do it right now, we'll probably do that in the next episode or one coming up soon, but we need to get villagers in here. I also need to finish off this wall because that wall looks a little bit rubbish. But yeah, we need to get the librarians in here so that it's 100% complete. But I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with how it's gone. We've got plenty of storage for our enchanted books and for our lapis and things like that. It all looks really nice. I'm really happy with it. It's probably one of the most nicest things I've ever built. So we'll see what it's like when we've got a bunch of noisy librarians in here. But for now, I'm going to say, as usual, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave me a like, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Here's another one you might like, and if you don't fancy that one, why don't you go to my channel page and see what else there is. There you can find all of my videos and playlists so you can watch a video whenever you want. And don't forget, you can also subscribe to get notified whenever I release a new video so you never miss out on anything.